All right, here we go. Good Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that view from our State Street Cam downtown. Beautiful June Friday evening in Kansas City. We're doing all right. So it's really pretty weather for us out there now. If you're going out to First Friday, doing anything this evening, then you look good. Weather's nice and quiet for us. I say enjoy, especially while you can, because things are going to be changing up on us. And now we have first warns on both Saturday and Sunday. Sunday's a new one, so things have changed a little bit. So we're going to have, at times this weekend, there's going to be hours where you won't be able to be outside and enjoy it. And there's other times where it's kind of iffy. Are you going to be able to? It's a little dicey. And there's other times where it's going to be great outside. Our weekend is not a total loss. It's not a washout, but we will have storms at times. So let's get to it and show you the latest. I want to walk you through everything and help with your plans. I do have a comment section over here on the right. So if you have a question or comment, something that you want to see or ask, drop it right over there and I'll check it at the end of the video and see if we missed anything. But I might get you through the video, so if you hang with me. All right, so this is the setup. We've got a couple rounds of storms this weekend. This is starting right now, and you can see in western Kansas, eastern Colorado, there's a complex of storms. It's going to fire up there, and then it's going to blow our way, and we get it by tomorrow morning. So let's see. There we go. There it is tomorrow morning. I mean, nasty stuff coming through, and there is a severe risk with it, and then that one moves out before another one comes in. That one's going to be on Sunday. Also, it has a severe risk. So the bottom line is this. Saturday, expect rain and storms. We're going to have them, all right? Morning to lunch is the window. It's not going to rain that entire time, but within that window, it will rain, and it's probably going to be pretty heavy and the kind of rain where you just, you can't just, a little bit of light rain's not it's probably going to be pretty heavy stuff, and you're going to have to come inside, all right, for some time. It won't be a washout, though. After 2 o'clock, it looks good. Sunday, first warn where storms are, there's a decent chance that we have them. There's a question, are they going to form in time to impact Kansas City, or they may delay? If they delay an hour or two, then they would miss us entirely, and that's possible too. But we don't know, and both of them are on the table, and it's a close call. So if you've got plans Sunday from 2 to 6, you should know that there's a chance. This is the iffy one where storms are possible. So let's go through it. Here's the first one, future radar. 6 o'clock in the morning, we're starting at about daybreak. Yeah, we could have a little rain there, and then there's 9, and it starts to fill in a little bit with some spots of some downpours, but it's not everywhere. The main cluster looks to be this one that's coming in out of Kansas, central Kansas, and that probably won't be here until about 10, 11, 12, something like that. But when that passes through, it's a pretty big cluster. It's going to take an hour or two for it to clear. And while it's around, it's going to be persistent and at times heavy rainfall and maybe even a sneaky severe thunderstorm or two. Severe threats not high, but it is a level 1 out of 5, where within the green zone, we could see an isolated hail or gusty wind to 60 mile per hour. A few severe thunderstorm warnings just can't be ruled out. Now, if you're in the level 2 zone, that is Warsaw and Sedalia and places like that, you've got a higher chance at seeing some stronger weather on Saturday. So your morning is going to start in the 60s. Notice our rain chances, they're not 100% that whole time. They're going to build. 40% is our threshold where it's like, hey, this is time to be paying attention. Beware, rain is possible during this time and it could impact you. But that increases to 50% by 10 and 11. Temperatures in the low 70s there. And it peaks around lunchtime, around noon at 70%. Somewhere in that window, I'm very confident we will have rain. All right. Right now, it looks like it times out 11 noon-ish, something like that. Then, after we're past 2 o'clock, sun comes out, and it's good. 76 degrees. Look at this Saturday afternoon. Very nice after 2. Normal highs 82, so we're going to be cooler than normal in wake of the showers. They kind of act like nature's air conditioning, as it's going to be behind a front, too. So there it is. 3, 4, 5. Awesome stuff. Now, Sunday. Here's what to know about this. It's a warmer day, 83. Storms are possible at times. It's going to be dry up to lunch, all right? So if you're going to church, if you're going to go to brunch, if, whatever you've got going on for the first half of the day, not a problem. Looks good. Where the question comes in is 2 to 6 p.m. Will these storms get us, or are they going to develop just to the southeast? Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you're in the green zone here, so we have a severe risk on Sunday too. It looks very similar to Saturday. In the green zone, the question is, will storms be there? And if they are, then there's a chance they could be strong to severe. Not a high chance, but a chance. Better chance and more likely that you will have thunderstorms and developed ones in the yellow zone. So Warrensburg, Sedalia, Butler, places like that. So here, let me show it to you. Here's our beautiful morning on Sunday. I mean, sun shining great. There's noon. Everything's just fine. Now watch this. By about 2 o'clock, they're trying to develop. Now the question is, are they going to form just past us like this computer forecast is showing? Or will they form a little bit farther to the northwest and kind of on top of Kansas City or just before Kansas City? That's why we're included in that zone. There's some wiggle room here. So that green zone that I showed you on this graphic, this is not produced by me. This is from the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center is what it's called. They put out all the severe weather outlooks. So this is a big team of meteorologists that study just severe weather across for the entire country, all right? And so they see that. And what this means is we got to watch it in that zone and just beware. Even though our computer forecast says no, under this one it says, it's probably mostly southeast, but watch what happens. All right, these things get going quick, and look at how well developed they are. Whenever they do get going, it won't take them long for them to look like this. All right, so there you are. So there's a chance that what you see here in Warrensburg, Clinton, and Sedalia is actually near or over Kansas City, if they can get going soon enough. The better chance is that they're that strong south and east. The in-between scenario is kind of like this, where we've got some rain around, patchy showers, maybe a quick thunderstorm, but it's real brief. I think that's the best. What's most likely to happen is that around 2 o'clock, give or take, we have storms trying to form on top of us. They don't hang very long, and then they're out. And then they do this. That's the most likely scenario, but it's all close. So just want you to be informed on that. All right, how much rain could we get out of this? Numbers have gone up. You know, yesterday it didn't look like a ton, but now we've got 2 rounds instead of just 1. And they look more intense today than they did yesterday. So we're looking at, for a good number of us, 1/2 inch to 1 inch. If you get caught under a thunderstorm or 2, or a complex of them, then you could get 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So not a tremendous flood threat, but, you know, we got a lot of rain earlier this week. So some of us, if you did get kind of the worst case, you might have a little flooding. Not a huge risk, though. All right, let's show you temperatures now and get set for this evening. We got warm today. We actually hit 80 in Kansas City. So the sun broke out a little sooner than expected after we had that little round of morning rain. Here's our evening plan. It's nice. Low 70s, 73. Low rain chance comes in. You might hear a clap of thunder overnight tonight, but most likely not. It's probably going to hold out until the morning. All right, here is your 7-day. So the red bars indicate the days where weather jumps out to us and say, hey, we got to watch these days. So Saturday and Sunday with the first warns. Sunday, something else. I was out here earlier. We've got downtown days in Lee's Summit. And they're going on now, and they're going to continue through the weekend. It's really cool. They've got, you know, a bunch of food. It's like a, you know, like a fair, kind of like a summer fair, a carnival, all kinds of rides, and it's just neat. Bands, all that stuff. If you're out there, just again, that time frame 2 to 6 is where we have a chance for some storms around, but it's warmer on Sunday. 83s are high. We cool it down Monday. Monday's really nice. 77, lower humidity. Tuesday, this is a quieter stretch. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is nice and quiet, though it does start to warm up. We're back into the mid-80s Wednesday, Thursday. And then rain late week 2. Thursday, maybe late in the day, a few spotty showers. But Friday, I'm already throwing a first warn on it. If you've got plans outside a week from today for next Friday, this is something to be aware of. Look at that. I mean, right now, it looks like and I see this on both of the long-range computer forecasts, the ones that I look at every day that are number one workhorses. They both have quite a bit of rain on Friday. So we're going to watch that one for you and just give it an early heads up. All right. And there's plenty of time for it to change. It may well change. We hope it does. But that's the way it looks for now. Okay. So with that, let me check the Facebook comments and see if anybody's got anything that I missed. How much rain tomorrow and all weekend? All right. I'll show you this again. This is for Justin. Okay. Give me a sec. Now, this is just a computer simulation, so it may not play out exactly like this, but it gives you an idea. It gets you in the ballpark. All right? So for a good number of us, a half inch to an inch looks like a pretty good bet from both rounds of rain. Most of this is going to be on Saturday. Some of us, though, could get upwards of an inch and a half, 2 inches. And where do those stripes come in? You know, it's really tough to say who's going to, but I'd say south, the place that got hit the hardest last time or on Tuesday or whatever, probably has the best chance of seeing some of those heavier rains. That's what this computer forecast is showing. That's what others are showing too. So there you go. It depends on if you get caught under a thunderstorm or multiple thunderstorms, then your rain's going to be enhanced. Big picture wise, we're all going to get rain. Half inch to an inch is a good bet. Some of us inch and a half, 2 inches. So hope that helps, Justin. Okay. Well, that's the last and only question that I had. So, hey, updates for you coming up at 10 o'clock. We're going to have the latest information. Everything's going to update on our future radar for timing for Saturday and for Sunday. I'll bring that to you then. In the meantime, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope it was helpful and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you at 10.